Amigos do Mosaico, vocês sabiam que 7 dos 20 medicamentos mais vendidos no mundo têm, de alguma forma, a informação, a pesquisa do Instituto Weizmann? Pois é, a gente ouve muito falar de Instituto Weizmann, todo mundo sabe que é muito especial, mas especial mesmo é ter a oportunidade de conversar com o presidente do Instituto Weizmann, Alon Chen. Thank you for opening some space in your agenda for a little talk.
A great pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Tell us in a few words, for people who are watching us, let's say for the first time, what does the Instituto Weizmann stand for?
Okay, Weizmann Institute is a research institute. Okay, we are covering the field of exact and natural sciences. It's one of the top research institutions worldwide. And we have one mission, and the mission is to create knowledge, important, fundamental knowledge, not to the Weizmann benefit or to the State of Israel benefit, but to the benefit and the future of humanity. This is what we do.
And you do it in, if I understand it, in 5 different fields. So there's math, there's chemistry, there's
computer science,
there's
life sciences and all the biomedical, and physics. But most importantly, we have everything in between. As you know, today the biggest challenges that humanity is facing, biomedical challenges or environmental challenges, or the biggest questions that scientists are asking are so complex that solutions will come from a multidisciplinary approach. Okay? And the Weizmann is a very multidisciplinary research institution. For example, I'll give you only one example. I'm a brain scientist. Yeah? It's the most complex organ we have that is associated with the most devastating disorders. Yeah?
Yes.
Alzheimer and Parkinson and ALS, and of course all the mental health related, depression and anxiety and post-trauma and eating disorders, schizophrenia. But in order to solve this complex machine, it's not enough to have scientists like myself coming from the biomedical fields. You need people who are trained in math, computer science, AI, physics, chemistry, psychology, and you need to bring them all together. And the Weizmann is extremely multidisciplinary environment that allow us to really tackle those complex questions.
I understand that your specialty or your field is neuroscience.
Indeed.
And apparently you're involved in stress and, what does it mean and how does it affect the human being?
Indeed.
I'm wondering why, first of all, did you decide to go into neuroscience?
It's interesting, meaning it's a long process. I always been intrigued with science, with nature in general.
Yeah.
And with time I found this because of life experience, being exposed to mainly to mental health related in my surrounding, mainly during the army service, but not only. I was intrigued by human behavior, why people are responding this way, why if the same group of people are experiencing something, let's say trauma, why some will be resilient and other will respond and develop a post-trauma. What makes the difference between people? And this is what eventually led me to go more and more into brain, behavior, and especially in the last 25 years, mainly studying stress, how the brain and body are responding to stressful stimuli, and what happened with and why we are developing eventually stress-related pathologies, depression, anxiety, post-trauma, and so on.
If we would take the day of today in 2025 as a reference, what are the latest developments that you could tell me in your field?
It's stress, of course, it's very, very broad field. I can maybe label few latest development, or I would even say what are the main questions that we are intrigued about. One we already touched upon, and this is what makes someone resilient and what makes someone susceptible. One, why someone is developing disease when exposed to stress, traumatic stress or chronic stress, and why others are more resilient or susceptible. And so this is a main question, and we know today very clearly that we have a genetic component, meaning we inherit something from our parents. Okay, so it's not our fault, it's their fault.
It's their fault.
So it's their
yes.
fault. And all of us carry what we call genetic predisposition, okay, to put us into a risk to develop a disease. But this will not be the only reason you develop a disease. You have the sensitivity in your genes. What will eventually determine if you develop a disease is the environment. And the environment is everything. It's what you drink, what you eat, what you smoke, what you breathe, and stress. Stress is the most important environmental factor that affects your health. So this is one very important topic that we address. Another important topic is the difference between men and women. Are we responding the same way to stress? So no, not behaviorally and not hormonally. We are responding different. And what is more importantly is that the prevalence of mood disorders such as depression and anxiety are 2 to 3 times higher in females and women than in men. And we ask why it's different.
Ok. Essa entrevista é tão interessante que nós vamos dividi-la em 2 partes. E nós vamos fazer uma parte neste programa e a segunda parte nós vamos deixar para o próximo programa.